Our panel has been seated, and we have Jenny Davis is our first panelist, and everybody has a bio, so I'm not going to read that. Then we have Bob Rivera, Felicia Gossett, and Kenneth Johnston. So let me get my questions, and we will get started here. Now, this is going to be interactive. I'm not going to ask all the questions. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions also, and it can be the students, or it can even be folks from our chapter if y'all would like to ask a question. You can write it down, pass it up here, bring it to me when we get ready, or you can stand up and ask it, but I'll ask a few questions, and then I'll announce that we'll be doing some guest questions also, all right? Or attendee questions. So, let's get started. I'm so glad you all could come and be part of our panel today. My first question, and I'm going to start with Jenny since you're the closest to me, all right? What is human resources to you?
I would define human resources in two parts. And the first part would be your employees. Your employees are your most valuable asset. So Kathy talked about hiring the right people, retaining the right people, developing those employees. And then at the same time, you're going to have employees who don't conform to policy, so you're going to have to find out what are the barriers that's preventing that employee from being successful. It could be training, it could be processes, it even could be management. So what you want to do is look at those obstacles and find out how you can make that employee successful. Then the second part of human resources would be your functional part, which is workforce planning, training and development, compensation and benefits. You want to make sure that human resources is critical to the organization. You want to be a value added to your organization and be a strategic partner to the organization.
I hear the word value added a lot in human resources. Did either of you three like to expand on what you all think value added means to your company or to the HR profession?
I'll go ahead and jump. Can you hear me all right? I'll go ahead and jump in real quick. I think in HR it's very important to have the executive suite understand what value you bring to them. Because a lot of times they don't see it. It's hard to measure what you bring to the company in HR. You know, you see that you hire people, okay, you fill positions, but they don't see how you contribute to the bottom line a lot of times. So it's important if you're in charge of the HR department is let the executive staff or executive team know this is what the HR department can do for their organization. So how do we bring value to that organization, contribute to the bottom line, and the success of the organization?
Thank you, Kenneth. Bob, why in the world did you choose to go into the HR profession?
Well, other than it paying well?
Other than the people, because I know that we get that, you know, why do you want to work here? Well, it's the people, but besides the people, or I love people, those type of things, why in the world, and besides pay?
Yeah. Well, you know, in human resources, you know, we don't make widgets. We don't have a product. So I felt with my personality and my love of being around people, very extroverted, I wanted to have a positive impact on people. What better way to do that in human resources, where we're able to hire you, and we're able to mentor you, and help you grow personally and professionally. I thought human resources was the best place to do it.
That's true. Does anybody else want to expound on that? Why they went into the human resources
I
field?
sort of fell into it by accident.
Fell into it.
I did. I was hired, or I had interviewed for an administrative position with a real estate management investment company. And they called, I got the job, and when I went in, they said, well, our human resources person has quit, so we promoted you into that position. Before I ever started.
And then did you have any idea what human resources was really about?
Not really. I considered it like a lot of the business people do, personnel. I know it had something to do with probably payroll and keeping employee files and that kind of thing. But I didn't realize how involved it really was until I worked in it. And then I realized that it wasn't just filing and that kind of thing. It was really much more interesting, and you felt much more necessary to the business.
I heard a story from another person once. They got similar situation and they thought, I don't know what HR does. So they kind of went out to see, you know, how do I learn more? And that's how they found SHRM. And I've used that word, and I'm bad sometimes about jargon. SHRM stands for the Society of Human Resource Management. And you can go online to www.shrm.org and find out more information about SHRM. And it's a valuable place to help you in your HR profession. All right, Kenneth, what would, well, let me ask Felicia. Since I didn't want to, I mean, she was speaking, I'll save you for, what advice would you give to somebody just starting a career in HR, Felicia?
I would definitely study for the PHR or SPHR certification as soon as you're eligible for it. That helped tremendously in my career. When I was hired in the position I am now, there were probably 100 applicants, and 2 of us were certified, and we were the only 2 around.
And do you mind explaining what PHR, SPHR is to these folks?
PHR is Professional Human Resources. It's a certification that you obtain if you pass a test that covers the basic tenets of human resources. Then SPHR is Senior
Professional of Human Resources.
And it is a level higher. It's more of the strategic part of the business.
And I know that ECTC offers a class because Simmons is one of the instructors for the PHR prep class here. Thank you very much. All right, Kenneth, do I have to go to college to get a degree to work in human resources?
Depends on what level you want to work in human resources, and this is of course my personal opinion. If you want to just be a clerk or admin, I wouldn't say that a college degree is necessary, but if you want to advance in HR, eventually become a director or vice president, I think it's very important to have a college degree. And it depends on what kind of degree work you can do. You can get one specialized in HR. A business degree would be helpful, but it may be a little bit harder because you have to go back and kind of catch up and take the certification to get the HR knowledge. But I think a degree would be very beneficial to you in HR